Anna. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I'm here only. In traffic, I'm stuck. I'm coming. Yeah. I'm fully there. I took everything, boss. Okay, boss. Okay, boss. See you in 5 minutes.
Patanjali in the Yoga Sutra, when he gives a sutra for Satya, he says, Satya Pratishtayam Kriya Phala Ashrayatvam. It is by practice of Satya that all other actions will start giving their results. So many do asana for a long time. Sometimes they don't get the desired result of the asana. Or they keep doing pranayama or the meditation, the dhyana, and they come and say that they have not got or obtained the result which is supposed to be. Those people who are very much established in this virtue of truthfulness, whatever they say, that will happen. We have seen in those days Maharishis would give a word and that will happen. So that is the value of Satya. There is a power of the word which we can express if we follow truthfulness. Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsa says, if only you practice Satya alone, you will attain the end result of yoga, which is Samadhi. Samadhi is the ultimate merger of the Jivatma with Paramatma, for which various sadhanas have been prescribed by the Vedic literatures, by the Yoga Shastras. Sri Ramakrishna says, in this time, in this present age, if only one can practice Satya, truthfulness, to the core, manasa vacha karmana, by word, thought and deed, then that itself will become the greatest mean for him to attain Godhead or the ultimate result of yoga, that is Samadhi. In fact, being truthful to your own body, when you start doing the asanas, how important it is not to injure your body, not to do violence to your body, and practice ahimsa in the asana level. Same way, following Satya, being truthful to your own body is very important. Being truthful to your own mind and consciousness is very important. So, in each and every other limb of the Ashtanga Yoga also, we carry Satya. For example, there is Pratyahara which we have to follow. Pratyahara is the withdrawal of the sense organs from the sensory pleasures. So, how does this withdrawal happens? When you be truthful to your own senses, you have had enough of what you have to have. Now, don't go into that more and more. So withdraw, come. So this is the truthfulness which you practice to your sense organs also, in the form of practicing Satya there. So likewise, Satya happens in each and every level of yoga. For a yoga sadhaka or a yoga teacher, I think it is very important. Even as a human being, it is very important.
Hey bro.
ಹಲೋ, ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಈಗ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ಯಾ?
ನೆನ್ನೇನು ಹೇಳಿರಲ್ವ ರೋಡ್ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
ಓದೋದಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಾಳೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀನು ಆಚೆ ಕರಿತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಮೇ ಬಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಬಿಡು.
ಹೋದ ವಾರನೂ ಇದೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನೀನು. ಬಾಪ, ವಿ ವೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಗೇನ್.
ಏನಲ್ಲೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಓದೋದು ಬೇಡವಾ? ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು?
ನಾವು ಅದೇ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಓದೋದು. ಸರಿ ಬಿಡಪ್ಪ, ಆಯ್ತೇನೋ ಮಾಡು.
ಅಮ್ಮ ಕರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಡ್ಲಾ? ಯಾ ಸಿ ಯು.
It's so wonderful to see that our government of India has taken the Dheya Vakya Satyameva Jayate for the government itself, and beneath the national emblem of the four mighty lions, that we see this Vakya from the Upanishad Vakya, Satyameva Jayate. Truth alone triumphs, truth alone wins. Is something which time and above it has been proven through the history, and especially India has been always standing for that. We have seen people sometimes finding difficult because of their straightforwardness, truthfulness. That's where the Upanishad tells us two things, Abhyudaya and Nishreyasa, or something called Preyas and Shreyas. Certain things may give you results immediately and may look very glamorous, may look immediately to be wonderful result giving, but on long term they may not give you the desired result. They may be putting you into a pain or a difficult time. Certain things currently may find difficult, but over and above, when you endure and you progress in due course of time, they will start giving you wonderful results in life. So this short-term goal, something which can give you an immediate pleasure but put you into problem in the later sense, long time, that is what is called as prayers. And Shreyas is something which currently you may find a difficulty in understanding and practicing and sustaining with consistency over that. But eventually over a period of time, you will see amazing results coming into your life which can take you to a great height, to a great success. And this is what we see in all our ancient stories from the epics. For example, the story of Sri Rama himself, who for the sake of the word, the promise which his father made, it's not even made by him, but for the promise which his father made, he had to leave his kingdom, he had to leave all the glories that he would get immediately, but for the time of 14 years, he had to go out to the forest and undergo all sort of difficulties. Not only that he gave up the kingdom, even he lost his wife. He had to have a very tough time being there in the forest. But at last, after all those struggles, when he came back and he became the king, the Maryada Purushottama, the Rajadiraja Rama, today the world is celebrating him as a god. So that is the power of Satya, the truth alone wins. It may look like falsehood is taking a success. We see in life today that people who are following all kind of non-righteous things are succeeding in life.
ಇನ್ನೇನು ಮಚ್ಚ ಹೇಳೋದು ಯಾವ ಕಾಸೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ಬೇರೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ,
ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೋಗಿ?
ನಾನು ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹುಡುಗರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ತರಕಾರಿ ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಬಾ ಮನೆಗೆ.
ತರಕಾರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ತರ್ತಾರೆ? ಹೋಗಮ್ಮ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳು. ಕೆಲಸ ಇನ್ಯಾರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ? ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕಪ್ಪ.
ನೀನೇನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀಯ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಬಾ ಮನೆಗೆ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟು. ಓಹೋ, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ದಮ್ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ನನಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಬಾರಲ್ಲೋ. ಏನು ನಾಟಕ ಆಡ್ತೀಯ ನೋಡಿ ನೀನು.
ಸರಿ ಇಡು, ನಂಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಯಿತು. ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮುಂದೆ ಗೋಳು.
Scriptures have two-dimensional aspect. One is Paramarthika and the Vyavaharika. The transcendental truth and the transactory truth. So always when they have told the ultimate vision of what values we have to follow, they have also realized it cannot be sometimes practically possible all the times for all men in common. Though Dharma is ultimate, Dharma Sukshma has also been given in due course of time by great Mahatmas who have come to show us the path. For example, in the scripture of Ramayana, the epic of Ramayana, you will see Dharma to be followed. When it comes to Mahabharata, you will see Dharma Sukshma to be followed. In the war of Mahabharata, you will see sometimes Krishna himself, many times, doing some Maya, whereby it is not truth completely, neither it is not false. That kind of situation is what is called Dharma Sukshma. Sometimes to save life, sometimes for the betterment of humanity, our seers have handled this Dharma Sukshma in a better way, in the transactory plane, to have something good happen. And this is called sometimes Abad Dharma also. So it is not just you are compromising with the truth, it is to make some good happen if it is going to make a Shreyas happen and not a Preyas. For a thief, what he is stealing is good for him. For a robber, what he is doing is good for him. For a murderer, what he is doing is good for him. For only for his goodness he is doing. That is where we have to understand the scale of Shreyas and Preyas. as the Upanishad have told. So, on the goodness for the entire humanity without harming anybody, again, manasa vacha karmana. We are in this age of Kali Yuga. If you see the names of each yuga, the first yuga itself was called, the Krita Yuga was called also Satya Yuga. Because they say Satya was there kind of 100%. And this yuga is called Kali Yuga. Kali means darkness. So that is 100% light, 100% truthfulness, 100% falsehoodness, darkness. So therefore Kali Yuga. So from there, in the next yuga, after the Satya Yuga, the next yuga was Treta Yuga, where we see it to be 75% of Dharma being there or Satya being there and 25% of Adharma taking place. And slowly, in the time of Shri Krishna in the Dwapara Yuga, it becomes 50-50, 50%. 50% of Dharma, 50% of Adharma. In fact, the number of Adharmis, for example, the Mahabharata time, the Kauravas were 100, whereas Pandavas were only 5. And then in the Kali Yuga, we see that the ratio changes of 75% Adharma or Asatya and only 25% remaining. So from 100% in Satya Yuga to what we see in Kali Yuga has come down to only 25% of Satya being here. Does it disappoint us? Does it really put us down? Need not. Because what we see, the scripture itself says, for example, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhavishyat Puranam, everything, in fact gives a prediction. Kali kalmasha chittanam papadravyopajivinam vidhi kriya vihinanam. In the Kali Yuga, people would be doing compromisation of Dharma in whatever they would do, in whichever profession they would be. There will be some or the other way of compromisation of the dharmic deeds that we would do. And everybody, maybe externally they don't do anything, but in their mind, are they always the pure? No. The chitta vrittis and the kalmashas, the kleshas, we are all not devoid of that. So in one way or other, they are all there making a big fight within each one's the antakaranas. And therefore we see that in Kali Yuga, people have a tough time in following truthfulness, which was already in fact predicted even by the scriptures before, and therefore they call this age to be the age of darkness. But I'll tell you, if in a place, if everybody are educated, if everybody are educated, then probably we would not realize the value of that education better. When lot of ignorance is there, when somebody comes educated, then the value of education is felt more. When poverty is there, then the importance of money is felt there. If abundance is there, we would not probably realize the importance of Lakshmi. Likewise, than the Satya Yuga, it is in Kali Yuga when we realize the importance of Satya very much. When everywhere falsehoodness is practiced in large, but here and there we have truthful souls who are living. In fact, when children are born, they are born with this divinity, they are born with all these values and virtues. As they grow, it is the external environment which is teaching them to lie, to go away from truth and everything. Right? We jokingly would say that when somebody comes to see the father goes inside hiding himself and then tells the son, come on, tell this uncle that I am not there. The child in the first instance will go and tell the uncle that, uncle, my father told to tell you that he is not there inside. So that is the truthfulness which he has. But then eventually it is the external environment, probably the parents, probably again as they grow, even today the education system, everything is making them corrupt and slowly they are losing these values. But nevertheless, people who understand, who knows the value of truthfulness are still there in abundance, I could see there, and they are following. It is in fact, the Shastra says that you get brain only because of the people who are practicing such truthfulness at times. Probably we are getting less rain, we are a lot of discussing about scarcity of waters and everything, and we are trying to plant trees and improve the ecosystem and everything, which is externally we are trying to do. But the inner ecosystem of following the Yama Niyama, following Ahimsa, following Satya is more important. Even the inner ecosystem has a effect, influence over the external environment also was a yogic finding which our ancient seers have recorded. And therefore it is so important to follow that, and even in this age of Kali Yuga, maybe the most modern things we are externally developed, but we are all human beings.